All right, folks, welcome back. This is the month 6 update video for my MIGA site. That is my Making the Internet Great Again niche website that I started in January of 2021. If you don't know what I'm talking about or you're new to the channel, the link in the description will get you back to the playlist where you can go month on month and follow along so you're up to speed on what I'm talking about here today. The plan in this video is to just talk numbers, like how is the site doing in month 6 and how did it compare to last month, so we can see basically the growth of the site over time in relation to how much work I'm able to actually put into it. So I'm planning on covering traffic and earnings and also any expenses, as well as my plans in the future for the site, as well as maybe other technical things that I've worked on this month and just my thoughts about the site overall. All right, so first, traffic. How did the site do in the last month? Did it grow? So one of the things I did this week is I actually asked the participants, the watchers, the viewers, and then the people who came to my live stream this last week, I said, how much traffic do we think that the site got in June as far as page views? Now remember, in May, the site got 4,600 page views. For a 5-month-old site, I felt pretty good about it. And there were some really good guesses, guesses that made me feel good, right? I would have the skills and abilities to actually achieve those goals. People who estimated that the site had doubled in traffic, so up to 9,000 or even 10,000 page views, and only one person went super high and guessed 17,000 page views. Well, here's how I did. Turns out for the month of June, so month 6, my MIGA site had 13,890 page views, which is 9,200 more page views than last month, and that is a growth of almost 200%. As far as users go, there were 10,713 users, which is also a growth of over 200%. Is this the hockey stick month? I don't know. Is the site going to continue to grow at this rate? I don't know. Would I be really excited if the site continued to grow at this rate? Oh yeah. So what I'm showing here on the screen is the month-on-month just spreadsheet that I keep so you can see how much the site has grown every month. All right, so next up, how did this increase in traffic impact my earnings? Well, if you saw the May video, you know that I was really excited about the RPM because it was well above what I was expecting. I was expecting something in the range of 10, and in the month of May, the average RPM or EPMV, because this site is with Ezoic, was closer to $20 or even sometimes over $20. And while this month it is still higher than my original estimate, it's not as high as it was last month. It's actually fallen a few dollars. Now, I don't think this is the fault of anything in particular. What I think is happening is that other articles are, aging and starting to gain traffic, and those articles just are not as valuable as the ones that were driving that really high EPMV. Just what it shows me is that I really need to look at the articles that were super valuable and see what I can do to basically, I don't want to say recreate, but just do more of that and less of this other thing that is not necessarily producing as high of an EPMV. So the question then is, how much did the site make in June? And you'll remember that last month the site made $70.01. This month the site made a total of $205.03. $8.32 of that comes from Amazon affiliates, and $196.71 is coming from Ezoic. So that brings the total earnings for the site that the site has historically ever earned to $306.41. Now, what did I spend this month? And how much have I spent total? This month, I spent $547, and all of that was spent at writer access. Basically, that's the fee to access the platform and the cost of the articles that I had produced for the site. I'm basically trying to just allocate $500 a month to outsourcing to help me keep content on track for the site. My goal now at the end of 12 months is to have at least 500 posts on the site, and because I have so much else going on, especially right now in the summertime with the kids out of school, I am having a really hard time getting to the production of the articles for the site. So having some outsourcing help, has been really nice. As far as content on the site, in the last month, I produced 26 articles, and the majority of those were outsourced with writer access. Why didn't I write content this month? Basically, it's just a lot of personal stuff. I had kids finishing up school, and then we went on like a couple of family trips for the last 2 weeks. And so while I am super tan, I didn't actually get in front of my computer to type a lot. So right now, of the 500 post goal at month 6, I have only produced 206 articles. For me, in 6 months, 200 articles is quite a lot. And I don't honestly know yet at this point how well I've done. I mean, it's great to see the site jumping 200% in a month, but there are a lot of articles yet that aren't getting any traffic, and I have some concerns about those articles. Maybe they're not closely related enough. Maybe it will take links to give them the power to take off. I don't know, but it always makes me nervous to see dead posts that were basically created with the same methodology as the other content. Like, they should rank. Something should be happening with those posts, and I don't know. I just really hate working hard on a keyword cluster and then just having it do nothing. And I know that happens to everybody, but it's just really frustrating. Here, and just for fun, I don't know that it necessarily matters, I'm dropping a screenshot of the Google Search Console, performance tab. Basically for the life of the site, because it's fun to see the graph going, but you can see the number of impressions and the number of clicks that the site has gotten historically since its beginning at January 1, as well as the average CTR and the average position, if that stuff means anything to you. To me, I only kind of loosely monitor it, and mostly I go into GSC just to make sure that there's nothing broken. For fun, because everybody cares about it, I'm throwing in a shot of my Ezoic Leap scores. I'm not in the upper 90s on either, but over time in this last month, the desktop has been moving into the green, and the mobile has also been moving slowly and more closer to the green. What am I doing differently to make this happen? Well, my site was definitely the beneficiary of one of the recent Google updates as far as CLS. And every now and again, when I have some time, I tackle one of the technology extreme risk or, troublesome technologies I have on the site. Like, I recently swapped out the Easy Table of Contents plugin for the WP Lucky Table of Contents plugin, which apparently is also impacts speed, but not as much. I took the time to remove some fonts, but just over time, I think I will get there. I'm not terribly worried about it. Another thing that I recently, confirmed, I knew it was going to be this way because mostly I'm producing info content on the site, but the majority of the users are mobile users. Funny enough, many, if not, I don't want to say most, but there's a lot of Safari users. I was just assuming that everybody was on Google Chrome because I use Chrome. I'm an Android user. And so now it's got me sitting here wondering, is there something specifically I should be doing for Safari? So that might be something I look into in the next month. So overall, I'm fairly happy with the progression of the site. Obviously, I haven't made a profit yet. In fact, I'm in the hole between $1,200 and $1,300. But at the same time, there's a lot of promise, I think. And I'm really excited to see where this site is at the end of next month. And I kind of have this goal in the back of my mind of wanting to get this site to $1,000 a month by the end of 2021. I recently saw that Niche Safari Chris got one of his case studies to $1,000 a month in just 12 months, and I really want to do that. So the plan for the next month is to produce more content. Just to stay on track and keep working toward that 500 post goal. I would like to actually add video to my top 2 or 3 posts so that I can take advantage of video ads, and Ezoic has a video ad player to do that. I did it on other sites and it works pretty well. I'm going to continue to work on interlinking and seeing if just what I can do on page and on the site will actually lift up some of those posts that have just not taken off yet. And mostly it's just about staying the course, about being persistent, about doing the boring stuff, which, it's enjoyable to work on this, but it's not as sexy and fun as starting a new project. It's just to continue to grind out content. And besides, I am starting a new site. In the next couple of weeks, I plan to release the month 0 video for a site that I'm basically working on right now. This is a battle, a head-to-head challenge that I'm going up against Niche Safari Chris to see who can, come out the winner in a long-term case study project that our viewers and friends and colleagues and subscribers have so enjoyably named the niche site Cage Fight. So if you enjoy following along month on month over time as people grow and build sites, keep a lookout for those videos. I cannot promise there will not be trash talking. I mean, it's friendly, right? Like, we're friends, but there might be some. We'll see you at the end of month 7. Take care.